Hi guys, and welcome to episode 18 of Getting Dev Working by DecaDoesRust. In this episode, we're actually going to kind of do similar to the previous episode, but on Windows. So I'm going to start up Eclipse Neon. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're Java Neon, that'll be the one. So click on that. So I'm going to run this copy of Eclipse. Again, installing Eclipse on Windows. If anyone wants a video on how to do that, I'm perfectly happy to make one, but it should be fairly straightforward. I will leave links to the Eclipse downloads at the bottom of the video, and links to the RustDT again. So we're going to be doing pretty much the same, similar sort of setup as we did on the Linux version, but a few slight different changes to our methods for doing it. So I'll just run this. Okay, so whilst this is loading, I'm going to pause, and then once it's started up, I'll get started on doing the other stuff. See you in a second. Okay, that's started off. We're in the Java workspace at the moment, but what I do want to do is go through the installation guide again. So first off, we need Java 8 or above, Eclipse 4.6, which we've already got, CDT 9 or later. This will be installed or updated automatically as part of the steps below. That's alright. So that's already in. So I've got to go to help, install new software like last time. Help. Install new software. Now we've got to add one of the work things. I'm going to call this RustDT repo, just for now. And then we're going to go and grab this RustDT releases part here and copy that, paste it in there. Maybe not, it didn't seem to copy. Let's have a look at that again. Copy, paste, there we go, and click OK. It's now sort of updating its thing. It's set as the one to work with. I've just got to wait a few seconds for this to do its thing. Looks like it's trying to communicate and whatever. There we go. It's part of the RustDT project, and it'll be RustDT. You can either search for it, but at the moment I can see everything there. Now, by rights, if I install this, I think it's going to do all the dependencies anyway. So that's fine. So I'll just click next. Hopefully it'll, requirements and dependencies. And it should pull in like the CDT with it. Hopefully. Support the Rust language, next. Foundation, yes, I accept. Okay, it's fetching all the bits and pieces, hopefully. Whilst it's doing this, I'm going to pause the video because I'm not too sure how long it's going to actually take to download on my internet, so I'll see in a second. Okay, after it's downloaded and installed, it will ask you to restart, so you click on OK, and then it restarts, and we end up with these guides here as well, because it's installed the CDT and got the RustDT stuff on. I think what I need to do next is, where is it? Preferences, I think. And if I go down to Rust, you notice we need the Rust installation directory. Now I can't remember where that is on my system, so if I type in Rust and take a look at where that is, open file location, see where that is. No, that's just showing me the start menu, so let's open file location on this one. Open file location there. There we go. Okay, that's not a lot of use, it just sends me to the CMD, that's not what I'm looking for. I think they've got an installing program files, to be honest, but I don't know whether it's x86 or 64-bit or what. So let's take a look down here. Doesn't look like it's there, so let's try. Nothing really there neither, so let's just go here. Okay, reference symbols. I'm not. Oh, Rust stable. There we go. And bin. Now I'm not too sure whether we need the bin or whether it'll kind of imply the bin based upon it, but I'll just copy and paste it and see what it says. Bin, so I need to get rid of bin from there. Rust source directory path. So I've got to download the Rust source package. Where does it say that? Configuration section. I think it'll say in there somewhere. Sorry about the whistliness. Rust source package. Right, I'm going to download that. So I'll open a new tab. And we'll go to the source package and download that. So I'll save that. Then what I'm going to do in the Rust stable, I'm going to make a new folder. I'm going to call that sources. Inside there I'm going to extract the Rust source. I'm going to pause this for a moment because this is taking a while and it's still got like half a minute left. So I'll see in a second. Right, that's downloading. I've opened it in WinRAR. So what I'm going to do is, inside this sources folder, I'm going to literally grab this and pop it in there. If it wants to go, that's there. I'll copy over. Should take literally a few seconds, hopefully. Okay, apparently 6 minutes, 8 minutes. Oh, is that second? Yeah, that's minutes. Okay, so we're going to leave this. I'm going to pause this because it might take like 10 minutes or so. Didn't quite realise how much stuff was in there, to be honest. But okay. So I'll see you in a second. Right, so that's finished copying over there. So what I'm going to have to do is tell it where that is. So all I'll do is go to the sources, copy that. Although it's got spaces in, it may require speech marks around it, I don't know yet. Although that kind of saw that fine. Sources, and it's not just sources though, is it? It's sources src, isn't it? Yeah. src. Most are executable. Right, now is where we're going to do the automated thing and see how this works. Download, blah blah blah. It automatically puts the root. Okay, so click OK. Let that do its thing. It's downloading Racer. If you'll notice down the bottom here, it's doing that part. So let's let it do that. I'll pause it and then I'll unpause once it's finished doing that. Okay, that seemed fairly painless and it seems to have done everything automatically. So now it's asking about the next one. We'll go and do exactly the same. Okay. And again, I'll pause it while that downloads, and then we'll be back after that. See you in a second. Okay, that rainicorn pass describe seemed to go straight through with no real problems. Same now to do with RustFMT, so I'll just click download. Click OK, and it's going to start downloading. So we'll pause it, and I'll be back as soon as this is finished. Okay, so RustFMT is done. So this has been a lot less painful than manually doing it and then browsing and doing it. So that's quite nice. So now if I apply and OK that, let's try and make a new Rust project. So we'll just do that. Go into Rust Cargo project. Project name bin Rust _YT for now.
don't use cargo init to create the project, because if you use cargo init, it will not be a binary package, it will be a lib. So obviously if you're making a lib, then you can always use cargo init. But for now we'll use this and click finish. So we should end up with an actual binary package. Do you want to open the perspective for Rust? Yes, I do, because we're actually opening a Rust package. It's got its own perspective versus, say, Java or C or wherever else. So that's doing its thing. So let's close the welcome thing. And now we've got a main.rs. Now, if we did it with cargo init, it would have a lib.rs instead. So we've now made our first one. Let's check something though, because if I run, there's no actual run configuration by look on it. No. So what I've got to do is literally make a configuration. So I'll do run configurations. And we'll go to Rust application. Now see this part with no run and test. That needs to come off unless we're actually running tests. If you write some test classes, then this will run all those tests and run it against those. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to have it build by doing a cargo build. Basically, that will tell it to do cargo build. So I'll apply these changes and click run. It's doing the thingy, and we've just ran the hello world. So now let's do hello YouTube and save it.